Dun, 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 dun. Popcorn Planet. Whoa, look at that live intro. I tried to get my laptop to work in here, but it took too long. What's up, everybody? I got to look here. I'm live in Vegas. There we are. And I just got out of the Paramount presentation. We're here in the suite, the penthouse suite, brought to you by our sponsors at Comstar. I know it sounds weird, but I got to give them thanks because we had some amazing streams. We got one more tonight. If you haven't watched our Vegas party streams, you're not going to miss tonight. I think it's at 5 or 6. I'm a little hungover. The Paramount just did a big presentation. Good and bad. I'm going to give you the full honest rundown on what Paramount did here at CinemaCon and the footage. Yes, I saw, I guess the thumbnail, sorry, didn't mean to clickbait you, Steph's helping. I saw the beginning of Top Gun Maverick and I saw the big stunt of Mission Impossible 7. So I'm going to break down what I saw. I guess spoilers-ish. I'm not going to get, but it's not like spoilers, but I'm sure all this material is going to get out there. And it's just the beginning, like first 15, 20 minutes of the movie. I'll give you a sort of reaction to that. And then they show, so the presentation, I don't know who it was, a Paramount executive was there, nice guy doing the thing, talking about the importance of theatrical, but also not afraid to admit that, look, it's a pandemic. And I think unlike Warner Brothers, did a really good job of explaining, like, yeah, this is different times. The Paw Patrol movie did really well theatrically, but putting that out on Paramount Plus also helped us a bunch. And so I think that was smart of him to sort of just not ignore that and explaining that it's going to be different moving forward as movies come out. They did start with a little tease of The Lost City of D, the new Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum movie, which has a lot of other, I think, cameos and fun people. But we saw them sort of shooting like a big stunt, seemingly in the jungle on a mountain. And then we pulled back out and they were in a green screen and sort of laughing at each other. Looks cool. That one's supposed to be like I think that's like a Jungle Cruise vibe. It's about like a romantic novelist goes into the jungle for real. It sounds like a big budget, fun, romantic comedy adventure. We didn't really get to see too much, just a fun little clip they made. And then they pivoted over to Tom Cruise. And so Tom Cruise then was in a car and was like, hey, we're shooting Mission Impossible. Like, literally, I'm shooting it right now. And then they started driving. And for CinemaCon, shot this really awesome, like, stunt scene for them, specifically with Haley Atwood, Tom Cruise in a car, talking to how important movies are to Tom and the theatrical experience. He's like, these movies I make are made for the theaters. And that's why we're making this movie. And so Chris McQuarrie then popped up in a car next to him as they went on a sort of a chat and a race. Sorry, let me make sure I can see your comments if anyone has a good question. It was cool. It was cool. And then they did a little stunt. And then he's like, you're going to see the first, you're going to see the big stunt for Mission Impossible 7 and the first reel of Top Gun Maverick. See a big stunt for Mission Impossible 7, sorry. And the first reel of Top Gun Maverick. So we saw the first bit, like the first 20 minutes of the movie. And I'll break that down in order. All right, so Mission Impossible 7 first. This stunt was crazy. What makes these stunts so crazy is I think some people are going to watch this stunt in the movie and not understand how big of a deal and how much training required this stunt that Tom did. So the big stunt in the movie is a scene in Norway where they basically built this ramp, this massive ramp on a mountain that I guess it's part of an escape scene. He's on a motorcycle, BMX motorcycle, and he's riding this like pretty skinny ramp up that they constructed up this mountain over the ledge of a mountain in Norway. And so he basically is on a motorcycle to do a base jump off the mountain. And they did it all in like one, anyway, so that's what they sort of set it up. And you're like, all right, that's cool. But then they go and show you like how they actually had to get that done and the amount of professionals and tests. Tom Cruise did like 200 actual like skydiving drops to get like attuned to everything. He did like, I forget the amount of, it was an insane amount of BMX jumps and flips and stuff. And they did to collect the data. He had sensors all over him and everything. They were doing tests. They did a whole fake one. They built a fake ramp with cardboard boxes at the bottom so they could record his trajectories to really get all the data to make sure that they did it safely. It was insane to watch. You watch this and you just see what a pro Tom Cruise is, and I'm just constantly blown away by how he just takes this seriously. Like, it makes sense that they want to spend so much time at CinemaCon because Mission Impossible is a cinema movie, right? And so they show all, I mean, it was a big, and I hope they reveal, I'm sure they will, 600 skydives, 1,300 jumps, there you go. It was insane. And that buildup makes the stunt even cooler. So I hope they reveal that somewhere else. But it was a really sick thing to see. So when you see the build up and you see how serious they're taking it, how dangerous it all is, they then like over months had to construct this specific ramp on this mountain in Norway so he could do it. Oh, and then on top of it all, there's the camera elements, which I found totally fascinating as a film guy. Chris McCarr and I were talking about like the new drone foot technology and cameras that are flying, and then the math that it requires to make sure that that Tom Cruise doesn't hit the drones, which is something you wouldn't remember, but obviously that's a massive bad thing. But then so that you're getting as close of a shot as he does that jump. They've done the math pretty much to figure out, okay, the drone station here. So he's like in real time, jumping off a mountain to the camera over a pit of nothing. Guys, it's so sick. It's like he knows what's going on. They are so smart. And I hope everyone who sees that scene realizes like that's him. You're going to see it because they got the camera in his face. But it was wild. So I don't think the movie comes out until next year, Mission Impossible 7. But Chris McCarr is like, this is the biggest stunt we've done, the craziest stunt we've done yet. And he's like, until you guys see 8, because apparently they're already working on a massive big stunt for, is it 8 or 9? They've stopped counting them, so I lost track. But anyway, super cool Mission Impossible stunt that they did, that they showed us. And then, as Tom Cruise was saying, you're going to see the first reel. So then after that, they came out and explained that they're going to show us the beginning of Top Gun because Dolby Atmos is at the Coliseum. So we got the Dolby Vision and sound to watch the first 20 minutes of Top Gun Maverick. I got to say, I wish they'd showed us more. Before I tell you the footage of Top Gun Maverick, Paramount, your biggest mistake. They teased us. Guys, Sony stepped up and showed us Ghostbusters. You knew this. You had time to change it. Sony showed us Ghostbusters. Instead, Paramount teases us with the first 15 minutes, which were great. And then it's like, all right, cool. Enjoy Clifford the Big Red Dog. I was like, look, that movie looks cute. I'll be honest, I'm a dad. But I don't want to watch that without my kids. I came to Vegas to like be in Vegas and see cool stuff. It was a very weird choice for them to do that. Now, maybe some theater owners are going to be surprised, and maybe it was smart because they'll realize that's a big kids film. My kids saw that trailer, and they're so excited for it. But Paramount, I'm not going to sit there and watch that without my kids. I want to see that with my kids. So I didn't stay for Clifford only because I didn't want to spoil it for my kids. I wanted to watch that with them. But it was a weird choice to not show us the full Mission Impossible movie, since they clearly could have. It's done. It's been done. So that was my only disappointment, which is first world problems. But it's just like, you know what I mean? They set expectation. You're like, whoa, what? Oh, now stick around for Clifford, because it was a long window, so I knew they were going to show a movie. That's why I got up early to do it. I was a little disappointed that it was Clifford, even though I'm looking forward to. I will admit, I'm actually looking forward to Clifford. It looks cute, but I want to see it with my kids. So Top Gun Maverick, guys. Am I allowed to make that signal? Sorry, how about this one? Is this one safe? I didn't mean to be some. Guys, I was impressed. Look, here's what I got to say about Top Gun. I'm not like the biggest Top Gun fan. I've never been the biggest Top Gun fan. I've enjoyed it. I look back, the volleyball scene, everything. It's funny to me. But I've been very don't drink, kids. I've been very skeptical of why did we need this? Is it right? Is this Top Gun movie? I gotta say, this one looks sick. I love the open. They get the opening of the movie, like literally, I'm talking just the opening credits, sets the tone immediately. They so smartly immediately play you the soundtrack. Like right at the beginning, it starts. And I was so pumped. I was like, all right. And then after that, Kenny kicks in the danger zone, and you're seeing like new HD aircraft carrier landings and shit with everyone. Same kind of opening. It always makes me think of Hot Shots. One of my favorite openings. Sick is good. Yeah, sorry, butterfly. It just looked good. It's right at the gate. The tone is set. Like, yeah, we're back to Top Gun, baby. They weren't stupid and like tried to put like some new like songs on it or something. No, they know what you want. They set the tone. Starts with the same sort of explanation graphic of what the Top Gun Academy is. The pilots call it Top Gun. So right out the gate, it's great, and then it goes straight to Maverick. You get to figure out what's going on, what's he working on, what's he doing, and it's the scene in the trailer where he's in that sort of space looking helicopter jet, and it's basically a scene where again, it's the first 10 minutes, so I'll wave when it's unmuted if you want to have that not spoiled. The first 10 minutes of the movie is just a scene where he's basically has to try to take a plane to Mach 10, or the whole thing he's working on is going to get shut down. So of course Maverick is like, well, they're shutting us down. Well, we haven't hit we still got time before the Admiral gets here to hit Mach 10. And it's a really fun sequence. I won't spoil what happens past it, but it's Maverick being Maverick right out the gate. Really exciting action scene. I thought really smart way to get people back in. If you're not even a Top Gun fan, which I'm not a huge one, it just felt big and cinematic and exciting. So I got to say it was a good choice. And there's a really funny button and thing that happens in the clip. And then we saw the new trailer, which I don't know if anybody saw the new trailer yet, but they just dropped a new trailer, which then gives you a little bit more of the plot of the movie, which you guys are going to see. So I don't think this is spoilers, but it just really gets more honed into. I want to say there's one thing I loved. I got emotional at one point where there's a lot of respect for Goose, is what I'll say. And there was a moment a line Tom says at one point. It got me. I was like, ooh, this could get really emotional. He's clearly, you can tell from the trailer, he's very haunted still by the loss of Goose, which I think was clever. It's a way to use that, because Miles Teller plays his son in the movie, and there's a line in the new trailer where Miles Teller basically yells at him, "My dad got your back. I'm not going to make the same mistake." And you can just tell the heartbreak in Cruise. He's just like, no, I loved him. So the movie trailer, which I don't know, did it drop yet? Sometimes they drop it right after we see it. I'm sure they're going to drop it any minute. But it shows it's Top Gun Academy, that they bring these new kids in, and they're like, who are they going to get to train us? And then Maverick's like, hey, everybody, I'm your new instructor. And so it's him sort of training these young Top Gun pilots. And then the reveal, oh, we're finally going to war. And then even the kids are like, even he hasn't seen this actual war like this. And he looks nervous. And so basically they got to take he's training them, but clearly they are going to go into battle, which to me is exciting, because they did, sort of at the end of Top Gun, but no, this looks like they're like, no, let's get them in, let's find a way to put them into to battle. They didn't show who the wife is. So I keep talking about they don't really get into it. Jennifer Connelly's there for some scenes, sort of talking about you can't lose one of these kids. You're not going to be able to live with yourself. It didn't really explain who she was. Kelly McGillis isn't. They did tell us who Val Kilmer is. They told us what Iceman's up to. I'll let you see that in the trailer. I mean, it's a reveal of sort of I guess, do you guys want to care? I'll wave when it's over. He's like a new admiral now who has instructed Tom to become the instructor of these kids. I don't know what Admiral Iceman sees in you, but and they cut to a picture of him, older, on the wall. So apparently he's graduated up, and he's requested that Maverick do this. So I'm sure there'll be a scene where we get to see Iceman sort of telling Maverick to do this, which is, I think, a really fun way. We'll see how they handle that, because I don't know if you guys have seen the Val documentary. I just haven't had time. I've been so slammed, and I really want to pay attention and watch it. But we'll see how they handle that, and how because Val Kilmer can't speak regularly. I wonder if they'll do a dub, which they've done in some movies. His son sometimes dubs for him and things. But it's nice to see that they got him back. So yeah, the trailer was pretty exciting. I gotta say, the first half was surprisingly. I laughed, and it was intense. It was really well shot. So Tom Cruise. It was the Tom Cruise show. That's really all they did. No Sonic, no Transformers. Nothing. I'm shocked they didn't give us a little bit of a tease on Sonic. I'm genuinely I was confused, to be honest, because isn't that coming out in the spring? Very weird they didn't give us any Sonic. Maybe they're going to do a tease or a trailer for it after Clifford, which I left just because I'm so tired and hungry. I didn't want to sit there and watch a kids movie without my kids. So I don't know why they made that choice. I mean, they could have done a presentation on Clifford, but I don't know why they didn't show Top Gun. If they showed Top Gun right now. I mean, we already got pumping it, but I think you'd have even more pumping, unless they're not as confident. I don't know why they didn't show the whole movie. It has to be done by now. It wasn't supposed to be out last year. Weird choice, especially since Sony stepped up and showed it. Just that's my 2 cents. They could have just showed a trailer and then had a shorter presentation, but because it was a long presentation, I think a lot of us were expecting to see that movie, and they didn't. So it was what it was. And then I see some of your comments. If anybody's got a question or chat, send it on over. I will try and quick. I saw some breezing in, but I didn't get to go. What's up, everybody? We are streaming tonight. If you just popped in tonight, I think it's 5 or 6. Check my pinned tweet on Twitter. There's also a big karaoke party. I saw Drew Skizzy. I saw some people in the chat. If you guys are in town, come on in. We are going to be doing that for sure. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're streaming, though, tonight. Finale here in Vegas in the suite. It's a little crazy here, but it's pretty nice to have a suite to myself. I got to say, sorry, guys. But, you know, I got to thank Cumstar again for this amazing suite and all the amazing stuff they've been doing for us. What a cool sponsor. But I figured, you know, since I hooked it up, I get the suite. Sorry, Jody. Sorry, Lewis. But anyway, it's been awesome. Bellagio, man, they step it up. But Cumstar.net is, I know it sounds weird, but they've been such pros, such nice people. Not what you think. Ignore the stigma. It's work, guys. It doesn't mean you have to click it. But, you know, hey, I think it's pretty good. We got a sponsor here in Vegas. What better sponsor, right? Cumstar.net. They're amazing. So thanks for all that support. But we'll be back tonight, so tune in there. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't show Sonic. Are they Sonic movie trailer? No, they didn't show Sonic. I would have talked all about it if they did. Spoilers are done. Spoilers are done. And there we go. Well, yes, I see a lot of that stream you did was great. Thank you. I know. Last night's stream, I think you already made it members only, guys. Tonight's not going to get that wild. I don't think. You never know. It's Vegas, baby. I'm not turning this channel into that. Don't get me wrong. But I do like to please my sponsors. And, you know, it's Vegas. If you don't like it, you don't have to tune in. But we will have some fun tonight for sure. But, yeah, bottom line, recap for all these tuning in again. Maverick looks great. I got to say, I went in very low expectations, and Paramount did impress me with what they did see. I think if they'd showed us the full movie, we would have gotten a little bit more hype, like Ghostbusters did. But maybe they're still finishing it, to be fair. And then Mission Impossible, which is coming out next year, the stunt was sick. Good, which is really good. Sorry for those that don't know what that means. And yeah, that was it. We didn't get anything else. Lost City of D. I mean, Paramount, man, you're really the Tom Cruise business. I mean, that's a good business to be in. But it's weird they didn't at Clifford, which does look cute, but I was kind of shocked. Yeah, Sonic would have been an easy win. I don't know why they didn't just throw some designs up and show us something. Because that was such a big hit. The first movie before the pandemic to hit really big, that this could be another big movie so they could have hyped it. It was a weird way they didn't just sort of own that up and flex the success of Sonic. Paramount, why didn't you do that? You could have flexed the success of how well that movie did, surprised everybody, and we're coming back with our sequel to bring them back to the theaters again. It could have been a smart move just to get one little clip of something, or Idris Elba maybe, that he wasn't available. It was weird we didn't get more Sonic, I'll be honest. That was a weird. Maybe they'll show it at the end of the. I don't think so. I think they would have wanted over because they. Sorry to Paramount, a lot of people left when you announced you were showing Clifford, but it was a choice. I'm sure some theaters are going to be stoked that family film plays well, because I'm sure it does. They must have confidence in it, but weird choice for me. Well, there you go. So thank you, Will, getting that out there, and thank you, everybody. Let's make sure I didn't miss anything. This is hard to do chats on here. Yeah, there we go. Bullet Train. Yeah, Bullet Train looked really good, the clips we saw. Lionsgate's today. I'm going to try and hit Lionsgate up. I don't know what they're going to show, but stay tuned for that. Yeah, and I don't know what Transformers they would have shown, Marcus. Is there Transformers movies coming out next year? Or I think they're just still working on the next one, right? But there we go. Thanks to everybody who tuned in and been watching live. I'll be covering more. I'll try and give you more information about Lionsgate. If I can get to the Lionsgate today, we'll be talking about the stream. And if you have ideas for the stream or games or suggestions, please hit me up on social media. It's not there, but Popcorn Planet at Andy Signore. Sorry, I'm staring at the thing. I'm staring at. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are amazing. So happy to be here in Vegas. Yeah, baby. Vegas, baby. And it's not over. Join us for the finale. We'll be here streaming live. And then we're going to be having a members-only, invite-only karaoke party. If you're in town and you want to hit it up, hit me up for the invite. We're going to be singing like crazy tonight. Thank you, Watcho, for the amazing little Andy stickers. You guys are the best. Stay tuned. I'm going to try and take a nap because I woke up too early and didn't get to see the full Top Gun. Bye, everybody. See ya.